What's up, everyone? It's me, Adam Prime, and I'm talking about something I've never really talked about before, but these are new, and it's Street Sharks. This these are the new, I guess, 30th anniversary Street Sharks figures. Um, and there is a big reason I bought these. And if somebody's saying, this is 30 years old, if you're about to say you're nostalgic for it, how can it be? Because I originally found a Ripster all like in a Goodwill, like when I was a kid. So I remember having bought this guy at a Goodwill for like, I don't know, a quarter. I don't remember. But like, I remember playing with that Ripster for like a long time until his like rubbery skin kind of died and he fell apart. And yeah, he was just one of those like figures that I used to play with all my other toys, like my Ninja Turtles, my Power Rangers, my Transformers. That shark, much like Skeletor, fought a lot of dudes, and I did find a couple other Street Sharks at Goodwill. Like I remember, like I had the like transforming hammerhead guy who can turn into a car. Um, I don't know. I have no nostalgic connection to this guy. He just looked cool, and I just thought since I picked both of these up, and the more I looked at them, the more I was like, you know what? I want to talk about these guys. These guys look like a ton of fun. A ton of comparisons are getting thrown in. From Masters of the Universe Origins to the remastered Ninja Turtles. So, I thought I would want to talk about them. I was already going to be opening them up and just messing around with them. But, I thought since I was running low on video stuff, like, I really don't have any new Toku stuff. And I have a few other older stuff, but, this is just something I want to talk about, and I'm just curious about. So, I hope you guys are going to enjoy this one video. I don't know if I'm going to do any more. We'll see how this does. Do you guys want to see more Street Sharks? But yeah, no. I want to look at the packaging. It obviously says Street Sharks, has his name. Try me, I bite. Like, is this how the original Street Sharks packaging was? Because, like I said, I found mine at Goodwill, so it did not have this packaging, or, like, this cage. So, yeah, press my fin if you dare. It's like, I love how 90s this packaging is. And this series started back in 95, and apparently Vin Diesel was like a spokesperson at Toy Fair for it. That's a thing. Pull my arm for power punching action. And then you kind of get the story, which honestly, some of this text is hilarious. Like, go ahead and try to read it if you want, but I do love the coming at you from the shore to the store and street to street. Like, some of just the wordings, it tells you how you can use the action feature. There's the try me button, so you can make him talk. Just be like, hello, what do you want? I don't know what he sounds like. Jawsome! I'd say I'm surprised there is no wording of Jawsome anywhere on this packaging, now that I'm thinking about it. So yeah, use the power punch. You got all his catchphrase. His catchphrase is good because it's on all the packaging. And yeah, I do love that it's just needs no weapons except the ones he's born with. I'm like, oh, it's going so hard. It's like these were in a time when Ninja Turtles ruled the streets. Ironically. And this is actually, these guys are heavy feeling figures, might I add. I don't know if it's the packaging or if the figures themselves, so we'll find out. But yeah, like I said, you can check it out. His main chews are motorcycles, barbells, monster trucks, and submarine sandwiches. I don't even know. Also, you got Jab and Slash, who we have over here. But yeah, so that is the Ripster packaging. That's pretty much all you can do. You can just tell him how to talk. I just love this, like, little motion. I don't know why it brings me so much joy, but, like, I can't stop messing with this. And I was just so tempted to release, like, shorts of just me keeping this guy in box and doing this. Like, I don't know why I did that. But you got Slash's packaging. Press my lever if you dare. Chilling, drilling action. Slash. Try me. I drill. Slash. You got his little feature. You got his little fin that you can press down. And you can see his little thing. And he has half his snoot on the packaging. And honestly, the artwork on this is pretty cool. I'm realizing, did I show off the bottom? Because the bottom is the same for both of these. And sadly, I think opening these guys up, the main reason I haven't opened them yet is because I'm 90% sure I will destroy this packaging trying to get these guys out of it. So, there you go. You got him, you got Drills for Thrills. Yeah, I'm not going to read all of it. I just think it's very funny to, like, read some of what this dialogue has to. Like, it's super interesting. Just because it's like, they really had, like, a concept going with here. But, like, I never really hear anyone talk about Street Sharks anymore. Like, even people who are, like, into Ninja Turtles. But, like, I don't know. This guy just looks really cool. Like, I don't know much about the lore. The Street Sharks deep lore. But honestly, I'm excited to get these guys out. And I've just been kind of rambling. So, let's get these guys out of the packaging. And we will check them out. And here they are out of the packaging. Well, kind of with Slash. But let's, before we take this quick look at Ripster, let's take a look at the cage. These are exactly identical. And these, are pretty much the packaging. And you pretty much did have to destroy the actual packaging. And they do come apart at several pieces. So, like, you can, like, connect this with this one. So if you really wanted to make, like, a really long cage or give it a bottom, actually, I'm realizing. So if you wanted to... Oh, wait, can you? Boom. Boom. So if you wanted a full bottom cage, boom, there you go. Got Slash in a cage. Do that. I wish it did come with a bottom of a cage for them, but I also get why it doesn't come with anything else, and it is simple to just clip back on together, and if you really wanted to, you can, like, slide Ripster right in there, and he's in there. He's in the cage now. Caged Ripster. There he is. You can get him to, like, stick his face out. Be like, and there you go. Kind of can't hold him that well. He kind of can just escape from the bottom. But there you go. There's the cage. The included cage, which I kind of do like, because you can use it for all sorts of other figures. And he is very interesting. I guess I have some paint flecks on my thing. You got a very veiny back, and his torso is 90% head, so yeah, he does have the power punch like feature. So if you move his arm up, he can just start punching things. So you can just have him punch Slash's cage. That seems unfair, but yeah. You got the arms that can move all the way around. Single elbow joint. Got it. Move out to the side. You can do all of that, so you can make him show off the guns. Welcome to the gun show. But yeah, no, he actually articulates pretty well, honestly. So, like, if you wanted to, like, get him some good punch motions, like, you can get him to reel back and punch multiple things. So he doesn't have anything in the waist, which was apparently the original gimmick on Ripster, so sadly. But much like if you push the fin, you can open the mouth real wide. Again, he's so veiny. And there you go. And in the legs, you can move them up. Like about that much. Mine have slight problems moving. Got a 90 degrees in the knees. And you do have, like, I wish it was more of a pivot. It's more of a, like, a cut that can move back and forth. But you can get him in some pretty good stances. Despite all of that, I kind of wish he had the Origins, Masters of the Universe Origins like ankle joints, but you know, it's what they decided to do. But it doesn't do too bad. You can get him in some pretty good poses. I kind of wish, like, I get they kept the gimmick, so it's like he kind of can't do any poses like that, but like he looks good. You can get him to pose. I imagine you can get him to look like he's fighting Slash pretty well, and you know, he stands like a dream. Like, he can't, I haven't had a real problem of him falling over, except for right there. Just Don't make me a liar now. Don't make me a liar, Ripster. There you go. And that is Ripster. Again, he has like his torn jeans. He's got cowboy boots. To a 6-year-old, this was one of the coolest guys you could ever have. And like that's just what I remember. I just remember like just playing with him and just being able to like have him punch guys and bite people. Like he feels good. Like obviously I think he didn't have like this joint. I think his arms only rotated and they were like either had like a single joint but didn't have the wrist. So like he definitely has a lot more posability. Like honestly, yeah, okay, that doesn't want to come out. I was seeing if those were interchangeable because they did do a Comic-Con version that came with like a pool cue, like a leather jacket and sunglasses in a lighter color, and he obviously has that rubbery skin, but I think it looks nice. Look at him. Looks real pretty. Got his gills up there. Ah. But there you go. He's a fun time to play with, honestly. Really does bring back my nostalgia for him. And if we want to get to Slash, get him out of that cage, and he has pretty much the same articulation. He comes with this drill bit. It's his main thing. I just didn't want to add it on until this point. And all you have to do is plug it in. It's a little bit easier said than done, but once you have it there, it is there. And no problem standing. And you can just press the lever on the back. He now has a big drill. He's going. And honestly, I love how this guy looks. Like, I don't even know what fish he's really necessarily meant to be. I love the Piranha logo. Like, the teal color they use looks great. I love the metallic purple. This guy just looks cool. Like, I just like how he looks. He has very much the same articulation all the way around. Single elbow joint. Wrist, which I think he was like this in the packaging. Like his elbow is supposed to be like this, but you can just rotate it and do it like that. So yeah. He actually does get a waist swivel, so that's actually kind of cool that he can do swipes. But obviously, again, he has no head articulation, so it's nice to have the swivel, so I do appreciate that. And his feet work very similar to Ripster's, and they are just kind of hard to mess around with. As you can see, there's the little joint in there, but it really doesn't like to cooperate. But he has no problem posing. He has no problem standing. You can get him in some pretty sweet poses in his big clawed hands. You can have him fight Ripster, or you can just have Ripster punch him if you really wanted to. And that is pretty much what they do. And honestly, I think they're fun. They are very chunky. These guys are big, they are bulky, and they feel it. And they're only like $20. And for $20, yes, do they feel like they need more accessories? I don't know. This drill is dense. Like, this is not a rubbery drill. Like, that is hard plastic. Like, he has like rubbery like fingers and claws and like feet, but like any like the shoulders, the torso, like the crotch, like those are solid pieces of plastic. And again, the molding is pretty cool. Got his copyright on his butt. And honestly, this guy's just like fun to pose around, and I kind of excited to pose him next to some of the examples I'm about to bring, because I think he will be fun to pose, and along with Ripster, to like fight riders. Here is a Shoto Common Rider. Let's get the cages out of here real quick so I can fit my examples in here. Let me get these guys up straight so we can get more of a better scaling with them. Okay, stand Ripster, stand. And you Slash. Straighten out your legs. Move your hands down. Got a big nose everywhere. So there he can just hold Geo in one hand. I love that. That's cool. I love having like monsters like to pose around with my rider figures. I don't know what it is. Like obviously they don't look like they necessarily belong together, but honestly some of these do look like kaiju that you might see in some of those earlier series. Like especially like I feel like what was the crocodile phone guy from Aberanger that like totally would like work like a suit, like how he like if he was a suit that's how he would work, where it'd be like you have to have the arms and on like one top of the mouth and the other. Let's bring in a Skeletor. This is like the cartoon collection Skeletor. Here is a Soto. So I'm gonna put Skeletor back here. I also have the remastered Ninja Turtles. He is much bigger. He is much bigger than this turtle. So yeah, and honestly, I don't like his legs. I don't like those joints. That's not good. Oh, okay, everyone's dying. Get these guys out of here, and let's bring in my last comparison, another 6-inch figure, if Ripster would stand. And I don't know, does this work? Does this work for some people? This doesn't bother me. I think this is fine. Like, it's super funny. Like, honestly, all those scales of figures I just showed, I don't think they look bad with them. Like, him being bigger than a turtle's not terrible. Like, even with, like, bigger turtles, he could probably be good. Probably not 7 inches. I don't think a 7-inch turtle would look good next to him. Actually, give me a second. Alright. Alright. And let's just bring in comparison a NECA movie Leonardo. And he doesn't look bad. He honestly looks pretty good. Like, it's super funny for me to say, like, I think these Street Sharks just kind of scale and look good with so many different toy lines. I guess that just goes to show you, like, how that worked out for me as a kid. Like, these guys look intimidating and, like, cool enough to really be able to hang around with so many different toy lines. Like, does that discredit Street Sharks? I don't think it should, because honestly, like, despite the not knowing anything about the fiction, I love these figures. I think these guys are a ton of fun. The action features are kind of fun. Like, they're fun. They're nice to pose around. They're big. They're bulky. I can put a rider in his mouth. Like, honestly, like, I'm excited to pose these guys around, and or these guys just look like a ton of fun. Like I could just have them on like my desk or a shelf, and like people would be like, "Oh my god, are those Street Sharks?" But like, no, I don't remember anyone really talking about it. If I remember correctly, aren't they like teens of some sort that were mutated by like Piranha, whatever the doctor's name is, and like that's how they became Street Sharks? Whatever. Like, I just think these guys look cool, ton of fun. But what are your guys' thoughts on these Street Sharks figures? Again, this is weirdly fun to do as well. I don't know why. That's just fun. What do you guys think about these figures? Are you guys going to be picking them up? Do you guys remember when these things first came out? Because I don't. I'm only 25. These figures are older than me, technically. Not these ones in my hand, but the idea of Street Sharks is older than me. But, like I said, you never know what you can find at a Goodwill and just play with like it's any other toy. Again, are you guys going to pick any of these guys up? Or do you guys want to use these as Toku monsters like how I want to? Tell me down in the comments. Are you guys going to do anything? Do you guys want to see me do any more of these? Like, yeah, just, I don't know. Tell me your thoughts on Street Sharks down in the comments. And thank you so much for watching and letting me just talk about these guys. And until whatever I do next, bye-bye! Bye.